have to flush defensively into the middle of the paint, and then they kick it out, and Ford nails that one from long range.
Andre Wesson into the post. E.J. Liddell, freshman from Belleville.
And they gave him a good look.
John's back in there now. Xavier Simpson are currently on the bench for Michigan.
There's a slice cut screen for the screener, and Muhammad was wide open. Little stream off the clock, and Ohio State wasn't able to just walk into their offense and establish rhythm.
And right now with Caleb Wesson on the bench, Kyle Young is the biggest guy out there for the Buckeyes. Knocked away by Simpson.
But it's an old adage, but there's a reason that it's an old adage, and it's stuck around. It's true. Just to see the ball go through the rim, whether it's at the foul line or something going toward the basket, can develop your confidence and kind of allow yourself to take a deep breath without feeling, you know what, I'm 4 for 19. I need to be 5.
Hold on. You just talked about averaging 20 a game in the Big Ten like it's, you get numb to it. Right. You get numb to his greatness on the offensive end of the floor because it's something that's expected. And this is a tough league. You want to talk about a good...
Wayne Washington is playing like that, and he's had to because Caleb Wesson, Kevin, is only 1 for 9, has only scored 3 points in this game. Buckeyes around C.J. Walker will put one up from 16.
Foul line, 11:49 since they scored their last field goal, West Virginia, 0 for their last 6.
Guard to miss that pass. First of all, he turns it over, picking his dribble up on the baseline, and then winds up getting a turnover because he couldn't deliver the post.
And it comes from the youngster that transferred from Ohio State.
Oh, did you see what Wesson just...
There's not a lot of fouls that are going to be called tonight.
Old school style of game inside an old school arena.
That's just not in his DNA. He's an excellent go-to guy to play with because he's unselfish and makes the right play. He had the right kind of success against Gene Brady. When I was in school, road or at home, it was always a tough struggle for our team.
Muhammad's three, not going to go. Offensive rebound, Caleb Wesson.
Justin Pierce and Harrison Brooks wanted to come up and set a ball screen. Anthony's like, no thanks. Yeah. Appreciate it, but I got this.
That's a guy who clearly feels no matter how many have not gone in tonight, that the next one is
able to zip it inside. How big of a score.
E.J. Liddell off the bench for the first time for Ohio State, 6'6" freshman from Illinois. Walker looking to Liddell inside against Harms. Off
the Big South, the Big East, and a couple years ago, the Big Ten.
Young backs up top to Wesson. Caleb Wesson.
Every possession he wants the ball. Andre Wesson, you're right.
There's the difference in the game right there. +3 from the three-point line for Michigan State thus far.
Here's Arns. He'll try a triple.
Sure, to find enough liability insurance for you. They're going to need about 14 reinsurers for that.
Wesson will hand it back to Muhammad. And the three. For 15th foul on Purdue. 2:40 remaining in this first half. Buckeyes have missed their last 5 shots. These two teams have exchanged droughts through the first half. It's Andre Wesson going baseline, trying to end the drought.
Normally, Luka Garza has certainly played his part here, but the role players of Iowa have been fantastic to start this game. You talk about guys like Joe Toussaint, Bakari Evelyn. They've really made an impact. That's a big
road game situation. You want guys that can be able to break down your defense early and make plays, and that's on Proctor in transition, able to knock in that three.
Averages 13 points per game over the last 5 is Proctor. Andre Wesson, red hot from
the effort that he's put forth. And again, Kyle Young does it for all the minutes he's in the game, but we'll see if he can fill that gap tonight with Young out with the ankle injury.
He was finishing with either hand right at the basket.
What's different about Indiana's guards when they're playing well is that
to the officials, Kelly Pfeiffer, Steve McJunkins make quick work of that replay. The lead is 13 for Penn State. Wesson gets the over.
You have to make sure you get a quality possession on every shot.
On Wednesday against Penn State, Indiana was minus 11 in turnovers, 18-7 in a 64-49 loss. Down low.
There have been few and far between for Morgan State. 6 for 19 from the field.
Great work here by Caleb. Not only did he seal the paint, then he worked his way to the other floor.
For Rocket Watts, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we don't see that very often. 2 1/2.
Up and under. Nice
play. His averages are up to about 15 points a game. Again, the senior stepping up big time once conference play took off.
He leads him at 13 in contest, Cheatham. Wesson again with guys all around him, but he finds John.
So well. The last home game was the win over Michigan State. They dropped 3 of 4, the Badgers, but those losses on the road. The dramatic win over Michigan State last time they were here on this floor.
They have to get this guy right here, Caleb Wesson, more shots. Only 5 shots in the first half. He's not going to cut it. Wesson turnaround.
Penn State by himself in the early going. He's got 7 of the Buckeyes' 9. Wesson again, leaning on Watkins. Good deep.
Nice action to get Caleb Wesson in the post. His first paint touch of the night. Ends in a... Post-game jump hook.
Blockbuster matchup. You know, for North Carolina, when the Tar Heels have the ball in their offensive end, taking better shots will give them a better opportunity at offensive rebounds. They really didn't get a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. Ohio State did.
Going right inside to Wesson.
Responding to adversity, you know, your leading scorer and best player fouling out. How about the response by Penn State? You get a 3 by Curtis Jones. You force a bad 3 on the other end defensively by Ohio State. That leads to the breakout by John Harris and the dunk, which forced Ohio State to burn a timeout. Nice ball.
This Nebraska team is Cheatham, a senior. He's kind of been around the block a little bit. Kind of giving Coach Holtmann that voice on the court that he needs.
To Caleb Wesson on defense, you got to close possessions down. This is a UMass Lowell team who's going to be incredibly aggressive on the offensive end of the floor.
Here is E.J. Liddell, one of the...
In the pick and roll. Tillman is an excellent screener, and he gets out of the screen really quickly, whether he rolls or pops as he did there.
Liddell tried triple. Thus Ohio State can get some big-time offense and some stops on defense.
Man, if Joe Toussaint doesn't commit that foul, that was going to be a layup for Luka Garza. Muhammad didn't even think about the 3 that time. Greener and Wesson. Doubles coming.
Bowie has 5, only had 3 in his return game the other night against Maryland.
Wesson back in. I like this right before the half.
See if they can get it down there. They do. Here comes a little help.
That's good. So people know who's being snarky to the play-by-play guy. That's Robbie Hummel, ladies and gentlemen.
Start treating you better.
Purdue HOF. Hall of Famer for 5 days now. Well, 6, actually. Arns for 3.
There's teams that might steal bids in those conference tournaments. The Mountain West is a perfect example. What if San Diego State doesn't win that tournament? What if somebody besides San Diego State wins?
Definitely a Conference Player of the Year candidate, All-American candidate, and here come the Buckeyes the other way.
And Marcel's got to be he's very handsy. He's got to be careful. Nice clear out by Wesson.
For Purdue, they only gained 3 points while Caleb Wesson was on the bench. He is not anymore as we start this second half. Kyle Young on the attack to the base.
since his recent insertion into the lineup here in the second half. Scored a couple of baskets, has done a nice job defensively.
Luther Muhammad trying to go down low. Washington with a three. And the conference tournament begins in Indy in a week. And there are teams that get buys, double buys for the first four. Outside that from underneath.
What's amazing is you and Deron Davis had the same smile on your face because you've had it happen.
I've done it too.
Well, okay.
Well, it's a smart move when you got a guy that can overpower you.
That's the biggest so far of the ball game. Got to find an answer, Ohio State. Here's the way to do it. Yep.
That's saying a lot, no doubt about it. Well, we are back and underway after a 5-minute delay. They go inside instead. Caleb
West. Try to win on the road.
It's the road this year, right? I mean, people are not just losing; they're getting obliterated. It's been crazy to see.
You wouldn't have expected that at all, right? I mean,
not with the circumstances.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that you could have certainly questioned what is Wisconsin's mental.
Sequence. Let's see what happens here.
This coming back.
Yes, indeed. Sort of a point forward to Young again.
And he has 5 points already in this game. He struggled in the first meeting because of foul issues. High-low.
Settle for a contested shot in regards to an off-balance shot. The ball swung back around the car. He was able to knock it in. There's the dump down to Wesson. It all starts here in Ohio State's half court. Jump hook will not. He's got a wonderful feel for what he's doing offensively. Wesson, the drop step to the baseline. Couldn't get it to
because Antoine, once he gets back, will dig into some of their playing time.
Well, he will, but it's going to take Antoine a little longer because he hasn't had the physical activity since, before the surgery in the summer. So it's going to take some time not only to get caught up physically.
5-3 lead for the Buckeyes. C.J. Walker, redshirt junior, up top over to Young, inside to Wesson. Wesson hook shot is good.
To his guy, didn't recover and got away with it there.
Did that look like a tired jumper from Reavers?
It did. When you don't hit the rim, that's almost just a steer job.
Washington!
And that game, has a lot of lore to it, right? Von Cook was here, maybe Odom, who knows? Odom Conley came because of it.
Okay to play. He's played, and as is always the case, he's played a lot of minutes. Off a screen, Washington driving hard, finishes with a
still good, solid habits, because there's going to be a situation that young man might be in where the score is not nearly as lopsided as it is right now, and you want him to be able to game.
Now it's Ohio State who can't score.
Boy, great post speed, and Mario's going to go get that one.
He did.
And we'll hear those in governance say, well, we're trying to help the kids, and it falls on deaf ears when those kinds of decisions are made. Wisconsin's had 5 empty trips, and Ohio State is making sure Wesson gets a touch.
He got to go. He can't look to pass. He's got to take advantage.
Wiggins. Aaron Wiggins from nowhere. Caleb Wesson for 3, way too strong.
Ball. Under 4 minutes remaining in this second half. Caleb Wesson. One-on-one against Carter. Young showing just a little bit. Yaboa pokes it at.
Got a tough defensive first guard. It's very effective.
Wesson tries it again. He's fouled from behind.
It's when the double team came, or Tua at that time could not make the adjustment. So excellent job by Wesson on that double team.
They've got him confused in his half, no doubt about it.
Wesson Trainer is a really good defender, but Liddell is a freshman demanding that basketball right now. Here he goes. He spins away from Evelyn.
Last evening.
Providence's first loss in Big East play last night. Andre Wesson
calls for the Gaffney screen.
now Stetson's gone to the man-to-man that we're not having a whole lot of success defensively. In that.
I don't get it. I know that's what happens, but I don't get it. I mean, maybe I'm old and been through stuff, but man, that's nice high-low.
Ironically, the bottom of the rim is a third.
They're fronting Wesson there. They couldn't get it to him. Now he gets better position on this side. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, you got to throw it in there. He's got it behind him. Tough catch for Caleb with a right hook. His brother with putback.
State by 13. Conference opener for both, and the conference opener on BTN.
Another good job by Ohio State of clearing out that side of the floor and 13.
And you know what? And the thing is about Caleb, too, he's not out hunting for shots because he's not getting a lot of touches. That just shows a high level of maturity from that young man. He watches his brother with a...
There was a time where he was the #1 player in the class. He's battled shin problems, and Maryland's done a great job of helping his health.
They went right at him.
C.J. Walker. Top to Luther Muhammad. Wesson one-on-one against Mike Watkins. Going to work. Left-hand hook ball.
To outstanding defender. Caleb Wesson trying to back in on Richards. That'll be a battle we'll watch all day. Nice feed to Young. Have scored in this half. This 8-0 spurt. There's the dump down. Hello. And the thing about it with Michigan State, they get on these little surges to get comfortable 8, 10, 12-point leads, and you know the defense is
in regulation. 57-48. Indiana 12-3 on the season. The Hoosiers inside. Wesson's got to go to work now. And let's go.
The pressure on Caleb Wesson. Remember, he has 2 fouls. The only way you're going to make him uncomfortable is if you go at him with that drive.
Certainly made a difference in the first half of Boston. Anything against Caleb Wesson. Ohio State. Washington for 3. Way off the mark. Offensive rebound. And a block shot. Carton hustles after it.
You see it. Walker working around a couple screens. Guys have led by 8. Michigan has led by as many as 4. Walker.
Conditioning and getting better, improvement and drive. And Luka Garza is paying that off in a big way. This
and the factor in the game that you would expect him to be.
He was 3 of 10 against Wisconsin in Ann Arbor on Thursday. Caleb Wesson 3. Over the last 6 games, they commit the 15th fewest. Caleb Wesson with 3s and points in the paint. Really came out on fire. And Ohio State got him again. Caleb Wesson triple.